Welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorites. We're going to be talking about Daredevil, Season 1. Daredevil Season 1 was created in 2015 and, quite frankly, is one of the best pieces of television to have ever existed ever. You cannot tell me that I'm wrong. It is just a proven fact. It's just some of the best in the business ever. I don't want to talk for too long because I don't want my videos to be too long. I'm trying to make them a little bit shorter. But this is one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So here goes. The idea for Daredevil is that he is a child and he basically is like in a car accident kind of thing, and then he gets acid, and the acid gets into his eyes and makes him blind. So he is completely blind when he's a child. And his father is a boxer, and he's trying to make money, and then basically what happens is he gets into a rough deal with a criminal, and then he doesn't follow through on the deal, so the criminals kill him. So then Matt Murdock, the blind kid, uh, basically is an orphan. And then he grows up, and somebody trains him while he's younger to be a fighter. And the cool thing about Matt Murdock's blindness is that he has this ability to like see things basically through like echolocation, like a bat does. So he can see just fine with his ears, which is really cool. And essentially, there's some really weird goings on in Hell's Kitchen, and it is up to him to don a suit and go out and fight the crime to make Hell's Kitchen a better place because he loves Hell's Kitchen. It's where he grew up, and he wants to make it a better place so that people don't die like his dad did. And the bad guy in this is Wilson Fisk, who is one of the best villains that Marvel has as Kingpin, and I loved it so much. I don't want to give away too much because for those of you who have not seen the show, you need to. It is vitally important that you watch it. It is so good. Um, it's the first Netflix Marvel series, and Netflix Marvel has its own universe pretty much, where they have their own characters and shows and they get together and stuff like that. However, it is also considered to be canon for the MCU. This is a little interesting right now because as of right now, they are currently deciding there was a 2 year hold on Netflix Marvel stuff while the deal with Fox went over. Because now we can see that it's possible that these things are actually in the MCU to the point where we might see them interact with the Avengers. I hope so. I freaking hope so. Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh, that'd be so cool. I don't know if it'll be possible. I don't know if it's going to happen. I believe, as of the moment that I'm recording this, that Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Luke Cage have been confirmed that they will continue in some sort of fashion in the MCU. We have not heard about Iron Fist yet. That being said, it doesn't necessarily mean that these are not going to be canon. They just may not be canon. It might come down to the fact where they reboot them or they have a new backstory or whatever. I don't see why they would because they're so fantastic. My guess is they're going to continue the stories from where they're left off in the Netflix series and just branch them off. So it will, for you Marvel fans, it is quite likely that you are going to be responsible for watching these before you watch future MCU movies, probably towards Phase 5. So that's up to you if you want to do that. I would recommend it, even just because these shows are just phenomenal. Almost every season of these shows that I've watched is good, aside from like 2 seasons of a couple shows that I just didn't enjoy. We'll talk about those down the line. Um, I've never had a problem with Daredevil so far. I've so far watched the first 2 seasons. I'm watching season 3. Oh wow, that's a long time. Probably about a month or two. And it's I love season 1. Season 1 is so fantastic, and I'm gonna talk about the acting because the acting is probably my favorite part about this. But before I do that, I want to talk about the choreography. There is some fight choreography and some camera choreography in this show that is just unrivaled by anything else. It is just flawless, amazing, and I love it. It blows my mind how just absolutely phenomenal this fight choreography is. I'm not going to tell you how it's good for those of you who haven't seen it yet, you need to go watch it. Like I'm telling you, like Cody, I don't know if you've seen Daredevil yet, but you need to go watch it. It is so good. It is really phenomenal. Anybody who hasn't seen this, just you need to watch it. You really do. Let's talk briefly about the acting. I'm hoping to get this done before 15 minutes. Wish me luck. Charlie Cox plays Matt Murdock, Daredevil. Wow, unbelievable. I do know a lot of behind the scenes stuff about this because I've researched it. I've watched Daredevil for years since it came out in 2015, and so he didn't know that the character was blind until the day before his audition, and he came in and like was phenomenal and was immediately hired. And good for them because Charlie Cox is just one of the best actors in the business, in my opinion. He is so convincing. He's so good. I love him, and you need to watch this show. Deborah Ann Warhol plays Karen, and Karen is basically in the show. She gets basically attacked by some people, and Matt Murdock, who's also a lawyer. I don't know how I didn't mention that. He's a lawyer. Um, becomes her lawyer, and she can't pay, so he just says, "Well, why don't you come work for us?" So she's basically the secretary there. What do they call them? Law something. Paralegal. I think she's a paralegal. Why didn't I know that? Why didn't I? Whatever. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Karen's great. I love Karen. Karen's one of my favorite characters. She gets a little bit weird in season two and season going into season three a little bit. Not in a bad way, just in a way that like I didn't really think was gonna happen. And really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Love it. Love to see that stuff. Eldon Henson as Foggy Nelson was brilliant. I mean, the last time we saw Foggy Nelson, it was portrayed by Jon Favreau, who was the director of Iron Man and plays Happy. And I feel like this is just no offense to John, but this was just fantastic. I could not see anybody else playing Foggy Nelson. I mean, really, it's just wonderful. It blew my mind how absolutely great this character is. I might even go out and say that I think I like Foggy's character more than I like Matt, which is just unbelievable because it shouldn't be that way. But I love them all so much. It's really, really, really fun to watch him on screen. Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk. Wow. There will never be a better villain. I mean, I think that I like Wilson Fisk more than I like Thanos. He is such a cool bad guy, and like the background, I mean, there's just something about Marvel shows that should be so good. I mean, there's no excuse to have a bad villain in a Marvel TV show because there's like 13 episodes. You have so much time to develop them, and they do. They do such a good job with Wilson Fisk. I was so happy. Vincent D'Onofrio, you are my hero. What an amazing, amazing villain you make. I am very happy with the performance. Unbelievable, uncanny. It's really amazing. Rosario Dawson as Claire Temple. She's in the show for a little bit here, and she's good. Don't get me wrong, she's phenomenal in everything she does in these shows. But I wanted to mention it more so because it's more important for other shows. So in the Avengers, we have Phil Coulson in the MCU movies, who basically connects all the movies through end credit scenes and little menial performances in the middle of the movies. Um, in the Netflix TV series shows, Rosario Dawson plays that role. She is in every one of the series as a major character in every one of them. And wow, what a great job she does. I don't want to mention how, because it is a lot of spoilers, and I'm not spoiling anything here. This is amazing. I want you all to go watch it. I just wanted to say a phenomenal job and to make sure you watch out for her because she will appear in other shows. I mean, I think you get the point that I'm going to give this an A plus. There's nothing wrong with it. I love the show more than anything in the whole world. It is so good. I love it so much. You all need to go watch it. Julian, if you haven't seen this, you should watch it too. It really is phenomenal, and I think you would like it a lot. Um, Particularly if you like The Boys. Not that it's similar to The Boys at all, but it's just got a lot of grime and a lot of really cool fight scenes. Anyway, that'll do it for me. I just wanted to share this with you guys. I can't wait to share more about these series with you. They're so phenomenal. Um, but yeah, with that, I mean, that's really all I have for you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you join the Facebook group. Watch all my videos. Give me some likes. And I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Keep watching films.